video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? Good morning to Purple Valkyrie, Chris Persia, Mark the Infinitely Tired, the Valkyrie of Valhalla, and the Bash Brother Wrenches are here. Adega Outlaw, the Doctor of Disaster and Destruction, is here, ladies and gentlemen, in chat. Good morning, Jedi Bill. Jedi Bill has become a warrior of Midgar. Thank you so very much, Jedi Bill, for joining the membership. You guys keep the fires of Valhalla burning bright, and we're going to cap it off first thing this morning and send out the Viking Horde. Skull! And good morning to PJ from Orville Nation. How are you doing, brother? Guys, if you haven't subbed to Orville Nation, I'm sure everyone here has. Head over there. He is a wonderful show. Obviously, they are talking about the Orville. They are talking sci-fi. They are talking about all kinds of kick-ass television shows. He has some of the best interviews. Frog G, hell, how are you doing this morning, Frog G? So good to see you. The lady, Arwen Avalon, is here. Good morning to the lady, Arwen Avalon. DJ Ronnie G, Darth Haster, how are you gentlemen doing? Dave G Sound, how are you doing, Dave G Sound? Pod Racing Palpatine, that crazy Palpatine that's always pod racing around. Running around, running into Sebulba, getting in zany adventures. Guys, Pod Racing Palpatine is the man. Louise Sparrow, good morning. Louise, how are you? Psychodorf 9, good morning. Psychodorf 9. Dean Krantz, good morning. I hope you all are having a great morning. Larry, if I missed anybody, Sherry, good morning, Sherry. I am sorry. I apologize. Andrew 46 and 2. Good morning to each and every one of you. Daryl the Derelict. I hope you all are having a great morning. But with me today for another episode in Women of the Fandom is Maria from Tea Telly. How are you doing, Maria?
Well, good morning to you and everybody. I didn't realize there was so many people so awake this morning. Wow.
Well, we like to get up and burn it down every single morning. We like to get up and burn down pop culture, burn down Hollywood for what it is. Sometimes send in a flood because that's what we do. After burning it down, they seem to be having enough problems of their own at the moment with
Oh, yeah.
armors and floods and Wrath of God type shit.
Yes, it is getting pretty crazy out there. I'm afraid to step outside anymore just to go buy cat food.
Oh, Orville Nation says, Maria!
PJ! And there are some lovely people in the chat. Miss Arwen, the lovely Arwen, was so good to have her on here. Miss Purple, she's so lovely. Everybody is. Adega, all of them. You have a great crowd.
It is. It is such a wonderful fellowship that we have in the morning. I'm getting to hang out with everybody, getting to talk to everybody, getting to spend my mornings with each and every one of them. It is, but we're not here to talk about me. We are definitely not here to talk about me. You don't want to know that story. It's boring. We are here to talk about you and what got you into fandom. What brought you here?
Wow.
What excites you about being here? What keeps you here? How did you? What was the first fandom you ever remember becoming a part of? Was it Star Wars, Star Trek? Was it some crazy B sci-fi movie? Was it a musical? I mean, who knows? That's why you're here, so we can ask.
Yeah, no, actually, I'm a big Star Wars. Actually, that's a good one you started with because that's where it started for me. When I was younger, I just remember sitting there watching it with my mouth open, going, "Oh my gosh!" So fascinated since then. I live, I've said this before. I'm a country girl. Lived in the country. We didn't have much entertainment out there, but when we did, we'd have to stay up wee hours just to catch the good stuff for some reason. I don't know why, but we had to wait until midnight sometimes to catch the good stuff. And I would stay up late just to catch the good stuff. But it all started with Star Wars, actually. And um, that was the first of the movie sagas, but I did um, grow up with the Wonder Woman, Bionic Woman, Isis. I don't know how many people remember Isis. Do you? Do you remember Isis?
I remember ISIS. I remember ISIS. I don't know how many people out there actually watch that, but or
Oh,
remember watching that. But I remember ISIS. I always remember thinking it's a lot like Wonder Woman.
it is. Well, yeah, and I loved her outfit too. I I laugh, and I can't believe I'm going to say this publicly, but I remember, in the farm we used to have those big kind of round gassy things. I used to climb on top of it and pretend I was Isis or Wonder Woman and fly, jump off of those things. I was quite the little adventurous gal then, and did the whole. I would get on the swing and swing really high just so I could feel the feeling of flying. I was a
Yep.
nerd even then.
Yes, absolutely. No, I know exactly what you mean. And sometimes you jump and you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach, like, oh shit, what did I just do? And you'd land and be like, Superman or Wonder
Right.
Woman or whatever it was
Oh,
that
yeah,
day.
it
I know for
was.
me it was Superman.
Was it Superman? I can't
Oh
tell
yeah.
you how many times I've knocked the wind out of myself, like literally falling so much, but I just get right back up and go at it again. I was quite stubborn that way.
Oh, I am sorry. My phone's going off. Emergency alert, tornado warning.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's nice.
You got a
I'm sorry.
tornado
I'm
out there, huh?
so sorry about that. That's never happened because I
That's
got
all
the
right.
sound off. So it's like, yeah, even with the sound off, it's gonna screech at me. Wow. I guess I got to start leaving my phone in the other room just in case.
No, you want to catch those emergencies, so no problem.
But yeah, yeah, no, Superman. I would jump off couches. I would jump downstairs. I'd just
Yes.
tie a blanket around my neck and go
Mm-hmm.
jumping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember starting at the top of the stairs and just leaping all the way down to the bottom. To this day, I don't know how I did that without killing myself, but I just thought I was invincible. I still do sometimes.
Yeah, we all do. We all do. We all learned from that. How many times do you learn not to jump off the stairs? I remember my mom screaming at me. I remember climbing up on top of the house. We had this pine tree outside the house, and I climb up this pine tree and get on top of the house and like run around to, my mom would be sitting there doing something and would hear "Duh, duh, 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 duh," like, what in the hell is that? She'd come out there and be, get your ass down here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was laughing actually just the other day with my mom about how I was, jumping all over the place and uh, jumping on the bed, the back in the day of bunk beds. And I jumped and I hit my head on the ceiling and I come down crashing. She runs in the room and she says, "Do you want to do that again?" The Spaniard moms, instead of saying, "Oh, baby, are you okay?" No, she's like, "You want to do that again?" I'm like, yeah. She's like, "That's not the answer I was looking for." So she knew she had quite the handful with me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the moms do, when you're jumping off of staircases, when you're bumping your knee every 5 seconds, when you're, broken limbs and tears and scraped
Right.
knees and yeah.
Uh-huh. Yes. And I think I got into gymnastics just so that I could learn to leap and twirl and do all that fun stuff. But then I got hit by a car and it kind of ended my gymnastics career. So
Really?
yeah, I broke my shoulder. I tried to get on the parallel bars later and fell off my butt, and that ended that.
I got um I got ran off the road. It was 2017, 2000, yeah, somewhere around there. And I tore my rotator cuff, I tore both biceps, broken
Gosh.
collarbone, broken sternum, 3 broken
Mm,
ribs.
good,
Um,
good.
and my right arm just has never been the same. It's never come back. My left
Um,
arm's fine. I can lift it straight up. I can work it around. I can move it all around. But my right
mhm.
arm, I try and lift it up, and it's just not working.
Oh yeah, me too. That's the arm I damaged. The right one, and I was into sports, baseball, archery, all that stuff. I couldn't do it after that,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it kind of messed me up there. Sad. So I thought I would find another way to be adventurous, and still fight crime. So in my later years, I ended up becoming I have a degree in criminal justice. So I did crime scene tech work and investigations and all of that. That was my way of fighting crime.
Oh man, so you like went full CSI the
Yeah.
dream to be, I won't get fooled
Hmm.
again. Da da
That's
da.
right.
You're like, that's my job, bitch. Yeah, dun,
Yes,
dun, dun.
I know. I know. What I really wanted to do was forensic pathology, but um, and I still would love to do that. In the weekends, I just put on my forenso porn, as I call it. I watch forensic shows all day, and but I did. I really enjoyed that aspect in my life, um, lifting fingerprints and all that stuff, and just the memory of all of that. It kind of got a little political after a while, so I kind of tended to leave it because it became more stressful and political than it was what I went in for. So I had to kind of fade that in the background a little bit, although I'd still like to get back into it at some point.
And that's something you would want to do.
Yeah, it is nice, but I remember my instructor in college said, "I don't even know how you're going to do this." I said, "Why?" He says, "Oh, you got the passion for it. You got the brains for it, but you're kind of clumsy." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." I remember trying to take open the powder to lift the fingerprints, opened it, and of course, there's an explosion of it. He's like, "Oh my God."
Yeah. Well, that's funny because I'm like that too. I trip over my own damn feet. I can dance. I can do footwork. I fought Golden Gloves and when I was younger, but I could trip over my own feet. My hands could trip over themselves if they were feet. It's
Yes.
just they just no,
Oh
and
my
we don't want to
God,
work
we
on it.
must be related. Look, I swear I can fall going up the stairs.
Yes, you fall. Yes, I've done that. I've done that. No shit, I've done that.
Oh my God, it's embarrassing. You're like, I meant to do that. I really did.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, I,
Yeah.
I meant to have both hands full of groceries that just went everywhere when I tripped over my own 2 feet going up the stairs.
hmm Exactly, exactly. But
So what's your
yeah.
favorite really quick B Star 333 with $5 super sticker, and it is a hippo saying GG GG
Mm,
GG. Thank
nice.
you so very much, B Star, for that. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and we're gonna have a little havoc this morning. Just go!
Cry havoc and let's slip the dog some more.
How did you
Nice.
how did you find out about YouTube? How did you find it? Well, I mean, yeah, obviously people know about YouTube, but like the fellowship here, the fandom. How did you find out about this?
It all came together just in the strangest way, really. I mean, I used to use YouTube to go to how do I fix my plumbing myself and do all this other stuff and catch the classics and all that. And then once in a while, I'd catch people with these like shows, and I'm like, wow, this is kind of interesting. I decided to have one. Actually, I had we were I did radio at first a while back. I was trying to save some of those clips from then, and it was so fun. Um, and then later on, I decided I'm going to attempt to do this YouTube thing. I started it, and it sat there, and I stared at it, and I thought I got to get the courage to do this because I only wanted to be heard, not seen. and and but then I thought I'm just gonna do it. So I just started it. One little video, two little videos. I didn't know what I was doing. I still kind of don't. As you see, some of the streams where I still have people teaching me how to do stuff. What do I push? What do I push? It's really embarrassing. But and then I have to say he's gonna roll his eyes. But PJ came to me and said, what is your channel about? It sounds interesting, whatever. Started talking about my channel. Um, and I didn't have anything. I don't know how he saw something from nothing, but he did and invited me onto his Orville to be a
PJ
guest.
does that. Just so everybody knows. Anybody who doesn't know, PJ does that.
He
PJ
does that.
PJ will take you to the side and be like, so tell me about this. And you start talking about it, and then 5 minutes later, you realize this son of a bitch got me to talk about this because he wants me to incorporate this into what I'm doing, and he had all this planned out. So he didn't come out and say, you know what, I think you need to do this. What he did was he got you to talk about it and then make you
Yeah.
think you came up with the idea on your own. It's
Isn't
maddening.
that something?
It's
He
maddening.
does that so well. I know. I know it because the next thing I know, I remember the feeling of first being invited. I was all squeal. And then, well, because I loved the Orville, and then I just kind of took a little glimpse into his community. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a whole world out there. Didn't even know about. And after the show, it was like this crazy high, and I was like, that was fun. And I thought that was the last of it, you know? And then he invited me back again. And then after that, I was like, I wonder if he's going to ask me again because it was just too fun. But then, naturally, I thought, gee, I better come up with my own stuff here. So then it encouraged me. after coming on a few times. If you see from the start, this little shy Maria on sitting there looking like a dweeb to now to where I'm a lot better at it. And just it really, PJ does bring that out in you, and encouraged me quite a bit. So not to say it, it's growing fast, but I think because I'm so absorbed in the community and how awesome it is a whole new world out there with everybody.
It is. It absolutely is. MB Geek, let's talk. $5 super shop. And he says, Valhalla forever. Still mad at you, Loki, for not telling me that Dune was going to be the movie we have been waiting for. LOL, just kidding. Fire, fire, and brimstone. Thank you so very much, MB Geek. MB Geek. I almost tripped over my own words. See, I do it with my mouth too.
Me too.
MB Geek, let's talk with the $5 super chat. You all keep the fires of Valhalla burning bright, and we're going to give you some vengeance and furious anger this morning. Skull!
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
We all have come here from somewhere. Something brought us here. Something united us. Whether that was a person, whether we caught a video. I was looking for trailer reactions for The Last Jedi, and I just happened to run across Geeks and Gamers, and it was Jeremy saying, "Oh, I think Rian Johnson's a genius, and this is going to be the bestest movie ever." And then we all saw it, and we all realized it wasn't the bestest movie ever. But that got me to watch The High Council, and then I found Doomcock, and then he gave me my first shot, and all of these different people, all because I just happened to look at a dang video one day. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
It's a rabbit hole. It is. And I find myself now into this stream junkie. I go as soon as your show's over, I'm like, who's next? Who's next? And I just go in there. I'm sure everybody can attest to that. They're like, oh, Maria's here again. And yeah, I just insert myself in there because everybody's so fun and they all have just, they make all their shows are so fun and different.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a good thing. I heard somebody was like, well, we're all the same. We're all doing the exact same thing, and in a way, in a small way, that's true. In a really limited view way, yes, all of us are on this crazy YouTube ride, and we're talking about movies or video games or culture or whatever. And yeah, technically from that point of view, we're all kind of doing the same thing, but we all do it in our own way, and we're all unique individuals. I love, let's, for example, Latino Slant. I love Paulie. I think Paulie's a great guy. I absolutely love him. We do not agree on a lot of shit though. But that's okay because we're totally different people. So while we might be doing the same thing, we're not doing it exactly the same way.
Right.
And he's coming at it from his perspective while I'm coming at it with my perspective.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I think the world would be a boring place if we all thought exactly the same and did everything exactly the same. And I think it's good to learn from each other. And there's other people that stream that I listen to, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know they thought like that. But I'm also the kind of person that keeps an open mind. I'm not more so stubborn that my mind will never change. I can, if you show me facts, if you show me whatever, I'm always open to say, you know what? I kind of see your point. So I don't mind taking a look at other perspectives of things, but yeah, Polly's an awesome guy. I'm gonna be on his Dia de los Muertos coming up here in November.
Nice.
Nice invite, yeah.
Heck yeah. Thank you.
But it's interesting to see how people change in what they do as well. We find interests in something else too, because I went into it going in there going, you know what? I spend so much time. We spend so much time researching what good TV to get, what good everything down from a good blanket to a good drink to whatever. I thought I need to tell these people. I need to share this. But it ended up being so much more. And as you may have seen, that now I brought out the character Mistress Vampira, and it's been a lot of
Yes.
fun. Yes, and it's been so fun, and I thought I'm going to kind of keep her around even after Halloween because that character's been well received and been having a lot of fun with it.
Absolutely. Fat Steven Seagal comments, Loki has an open bar, not mine. It's better than having an open waistline. Steven's so big he threw up a Funko Pop and it's orbiting him now because he has his own gravitational field. And PJ from the Orville Nation, ask her about her Buddhist priestess stuff and how she
Oh,
tries to save the world on
PJ.
her own.
Oh my goodness,
Really?
PJ.
You're going to have to tell me about this. You're going to have to
Oh
tell
my
me about this. The cat's out of the bag now.
Oh my goodness. You know, PJ. He is a little sly one. You know, I don't know if you heard, I put together this little thing and I'm like, I'm going to interview PJ so we can all learn about Oracle Nation for those who don't know it. And he ended up interviewing me. And I'm like, really? So he got it out of me. But yes, I am an ordained Zen priest and been studying for a long time. And I, at this point, just teach meditation and help people get through things and whatnot when they need me. But I also, as a Zen priest, I help animals and people and things like that. So I've had quite the cat rescue operation and help families in need and things like that. And um, it's I have it's called the Smiling Buddha Zen Center, but it's donation based only. So um, I never, we never ask for money, never do anything like that. Everything we do is from the heart, and so I don't push it a lot, like, oh, donate, because I don't like asking. But it is helpful because what it does is it helps me help others. But yeah, I do like that part. And it's something that helps me get through my time whenever I'm stressed or whatever. I meditate quite often, and I
That's
teach others to do so.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. It takes a lot of relaxation and concentration to do that. Yes.
Well, the one thing about it, Zen meditation, is that it's all about breathing. It is a little different from some of the other meditations. I'm not saying which one is right or wrong. It's just that I know some meditations ask and invite you to envision this or envision that. Well, Zen meditation's different. It actually um, has you focusing on breathing and posture. So it's actually very physical. You wouldn't think so, but it is. I've I've actually become very flexible because
Huh.
yes, because of the sitting and everything, and the thing that's difficult about it is that you're not really focusing on anything. You just sit and breathe and let your thoughts pass by you. So you don't focus on it. And it seems difficult, and it is, especially when you have a lot on your mind. But in the end, it actually helps you because you tend to be more, um, your mind's a little more clear, so you can focus more, you can concentrate more. And I can always tell when I've missed meditation because my mind is everywhere. But thank you, PJ, for making me tell everybody. I'm all trying to be the mistress Vampira. Fear me. Yeah, to bring it. Thank you, PJ.
NB Geek, let's talk with the $5 super chat. Strong men want strong women. We help each other to do things that we cannot do. It's how we complement each other. Absolutely. I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Arwen Avalon says, low-key, Maria has an extraordinary gift of making people open up, especially with wine. Well, we know what happens when Arwen gets a barefoot Merlot in her. We know what happens.
Yes. Well, yes. After I did that stream, I was like, I told her, oh, you know what? I'm going to go back and delete it. She's like, why? I'm like, oh, because it's just, yeah, that was quite the stream. She was blessed. And yes, I know what she's like now with a little barefoot in her.
I hope I'm saying this right. Pranakasha Productions. Pranakasha Productions.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I said that right. For a $10 super chat. Breathing in, breathing out.
Mm-hmm.
Breathing in, breathing out. Thank you so very much, Pranakasha Productions and MB Geek Let's Talk. You guys keep the fires of Valhalla burning bright, and we are going to send out the Spartans this morning. Skol!
Spartans! What is your profession?
Snowdub live. Good morning, Snowdub. How are you doing? Tuck and roll, brother. Tuck and roll. Skol and tuck and roll. So you got into YouTube. You met PJ. You got into YouTube. You started doing this. What's your favorite aspect of this? What has touched on you the most about doing this?
Well, the people interaction, to be perfectly honest. It's just been fun because I've been able to do something that I'm kind of like, okay, I like entertaining people, but it's funny because I don't like all the attention. Just like I love making people laugh. I love making people happy or whatever, And so I went into it to hopefully entertain people, but not for, oh, I want to be this famous person. It was just because I felt people needed it, especially during the pandemic period. I offered my meditation services to those in like the doctors and nurses, the police, the fire, everybody that had to be out there during this they were feeling very stressed and it was hard on them. And so spend a lot of time talking with people that needed to be cheered up. And usually when I get people to talk with me, I always tell them, you don't have to tell me what's wrong. You don't even have to tell me about your problems. Just talk. And by the end of it, we're having a snort fest. And everybody who knows my show knows that I have people who count how many times I snort when I laugh. So I love that. I think that's my favorite part is making people laugh. Am I still here?
Okay, I'm so
Okay.
sorry. My headset stopped working in the middle of all that. You just cut out, and I was like,
I was
I had
like,
to
I bored
unplug it.
everybody.
No, I had to unplug it, plug it back in. I am so sorry for that.
No,
It's
don't
done that twice to
apologize.
me now. I might have to get another headset. I may have to. You know what? You know how
Mm,
many of these things I've bought in 2 years? I bought like 8
mm.
headsets, and these bastards ain't cheap. It's like $100 a
What?
pair.
Get
And I
out.
bought different ones. I bought all kinds of different ones. One of the arms on one broke. The earpiece shredded on another one
Mm.
just over like the course of a couple of months. One of them just stopped working. Every time I buy one of these, and this is like a Razer. This is a Razer Advanced Kraken,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like, God, why are you doing this to me, headsets?
I had a razor, what's it called? Mouse, and I think it blew up in my hand once. I was
Oh.
like, what the heck? Yeah, I want to get different headsets too because I love hats and I can't wear them when I'm wearing the regular headsets I wear when I go on air. So I'm going to be researching some headsets myself.
That's not a bad idea at all. That is
Yeah,
not a bad idea at all.
yeah. And I want to, I'm hoping that there's some other streamers out there that know about all that stuff because I will go to your show, god dang it, and watch.
Yeah, for whatever reason, my microphone switched over from my Yeti to my headset too. I don't know what happened there either. So if anybody's like, we can barely hear Loki, that's why, because it switched to
No,
my headset.
you sound good actually.
All right, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. The stuff that gets thrown at you when you're doing a live stream, especially when you're doing one of your own. I need to get somebody that sits here and is like my hardware person, my gopher.
Yep.
I
You
need a
need
hardware
you need
gopher. If
that.
anybody out there wants to be a hardware gopher in the morning, let me
Yeah.
know. We'll
Yeah.
work something out.
Yeah, you should do that. You should do that. Now, Segals are saying I can help. Help what? Find a headset or help Loki?
Oh, yeah, you just roll with it. Purple Valkyrie's right. You just roll with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love becoming part of other communities. Like there's Salacious Rum. He will
Yes.
oh my God, on my show for my when I hit my 100, and he was so much fun and he had just embraced me into his community. And I said to the whole community, I'm like, here I am in the monkey lizard gang. And I thought I'm going to feel out of place here, but no, they all made me feel so welcome. And those that review um, their little figures and things like that, they think that I don't get into that. They're like, "Oh, it's so nice Maria's in our stream, even though she's not into it." I'm like, seriously, dude. Do you want to see a picture of all of my Star Wars collection toys? They're like, whoa, yes. I just don't have them up, but I do have the originals, not the new one. I don't get the new stuff because it's like a potato chip. You can't have just one.
That's right. That's right. It's like a potato. God, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a Bluetooth headset. Everything I've got's wired. So it's got like either the 3.5 jack. I hate USB. I hate doing USB. I don't know. This may be a USB one. And I'm just, you know what? I've got a sound blaster with a volume controller. I've got that here. All I have to do is plug it in. And I think the next headset I'm going to go with is going to be the old school analog, big fat analog one. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, those are the nice ones.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes those oldies are the best.
And Snowdub, Loki, try doing all this with the puppet. That's right. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Snowdub, check out his channel, Snowdub Live. He does his entire show with puppets.
Oh my
And
gosh.
if you can imagine how keeping your armor up for an hour and a half, the man is a legend in his own field.
Wow.
So check him out.
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Absolutely wonderful shows. I love getting to hang out with Snowdub.
I barely learned how to position everybody on the stringer thing. Polly had to teach me. PJ had to teach me. They're like, push this, Maria, push that. I'm like, oh, that's done. No, I can't imagine that's talent. And there are some people out there with some massive talent.
And Mexican, speaking of massive talent, Mexican Iron Man with 499 Super Chat says, I like this Maria YouTuber. Her voice is smooth and silky and perfect for the new Rabbit Chicken Taco franchise commercials.
Nice.
So he's got some business in the future.
I guess
if
so.
you want it.
There's, taco. You had me at taco. Come on. Yeah. That's what my boss says when we go into our meetings. We work from home, so we get into our meetings and none of us get on cam. We're just boys. And my boss says, Maria, you're gonna put everybody to sleep. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bore you. No, your voice is way too soothing. I'm like, I'm sorry.
What is your direction now? I mean, you've told us how you got into fandom. You told us what you love fandom. You told us how you got into YouTube. What do you want to do with YouTube?
Oh my
I know
goodness.
that can be a hard question. Guys, it's a lot harder. What I just did to her, I mean, some people don't even think about that until they hit, 100,000 subscribers. I don't really know, Loki. I just want to make videos and hang out. Not that Maria talks like that, because no, she's like, hello, everyone. And Loki's over here like, how y'all doing this morning? Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. But what's
God,
like
I just snorted.
It's a snort. We've got a snort, ladies and gentlemen. What's your focus? What's your goal?
I still want to be able to help people with products that do reviews and this and that and the other, but I have really enjoyed this character, Mistress Vampira. I think because I've always liked acting as well. I used to take acting in college and stuff like that, and it was just so fun to be something else for a little while. So it's kind
Hello?
growing a little bit and talk of it yet, but it's going to be fun. But I would like to see where I can get to a point where the more I grow, the more other people grow, kind of like PJ's concept as well.
Yeah,
because that's what I'm about.
PJ's been there for all of us. I mean, guys, you guys really don't know how much PJ has been there for all of us. When I was just a little Loki and I was just first starting out, he was like, Loki, you're going to be great. Come on my show. And continually, I'll get a message from PJ every once in a while. I was like, you're doing great. Just keep at it. Don't let the man keep you down. PJ's been a huge supporter since day one. And it's people like that keep us coming back to this and keep us doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see what he does for others and how others tend to pay it forward as well. And that's kind of what I want to do is pay it forward and be that, I don't know. I know some people, like, it's hard because there are some people that you go out of your way to help and you do everything for them. You offer them stuff, you give them stuff, you help them, and they stab you in the back. And you're like, what the heck was that? But there are those that are actually grateful, and I am not going to stop being who I am.
No, absolutely not. Something happened. There was an event that happened over the weekend while we were in Dallas hanging out. Me, Mexican Iron Man, Nick from Echo Base, Daryl the Derelict. There was this thing that happened, and there's a point, especially when it's someone you've helped, someone you've been there for, someone you have fought for. When someone like that decides that, well, you didn't do this for me or you didn't do that for me, and now I'm going to hate on you and publicly try and drag
Mm-hmm.
you through the mud. There comes a point where you have to accept that you are a villain in that person's eyes. You cannot change
Right.
that. The only way you can
Mm-hmm.
change that is by bending a knee and doing exactly what they want you to do. So you can
Mm-hmm.
either stand up and be like, I'm not going to be your damn doormat. I'm not going to be
Mm-hmm.
your bitch. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to say, no, this is how I'm going to do it. You can try and slander me. You can try and run your mouth about me. You can try and drag me through the mud, but I'm not that person you're trying to put out there. So if you want to look at me as a villain, which is why I say on the morning show, I am the villain of this story, because there are people out there that do not like Loki. And you know what?
Yeah.
They don't like me, so they can piss off.
You know,
But accepting that you are going to be the villain in some people's eyes, that's just the way it is. Hello. Did I lose you? Hello? Can y'all hear me? Or did I lose y'all? Shit. Oh, and we lost Maria. I guess it was Maria. Oh no, Maria, come back. Maria, 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 Maria. Oh my God, that's not Maria. Anyway, I'm singing the wrong song. I'm thinking Fiddler on the Roof instead of Jets versus Sharks, whatever it is. We lost Maria. We'll wait a little bit and see if Maria comes back. We will see if Maria comes back. Bad Steven Skull with $2 Canadian super chat. They stab, manipulate, spread fiction, and divide. That's absolutely true, Steven. And welcome back, Maria. I was like, oh my God, is it me or is it her? Shit.
No, I just realized I got this little, hey, your battery's about to die message. I'm like, oh, no. I plugged it back in.
And then I started singing Tradition off of Fiddler on the Roof, but I was singing Maria. Maria. Maria.
Nice. I love the serenades. I was saying that one thing I love about this is you're right. I have learned how to be a little bit more to where I don't let people walk all over me, because some people kind of interpret being giving and kind as weak. And definitely not that. But it, I was going to make a point, 2 points, but one point is, before I forget, one thing I absolutely love is the other female streamers that are out there, like Purple and Arwen and all of those, just in this chat room, but some of the other ones, because there's not a lot of us. Um, the one thing I love about this is that they don't turn on you because, oh, you're another woman trying to, come into my territory. They
Yeah.
we support each other. And it's kind of rare, as you men can know, that women compete with each other so bad. I don't like to, but that's just the nature of women. But in this community, everybody's supportive, and I absolutely love that.
That's right. Orville Nation with a $5 super chat. Loki is going to be freaking huge. That's what he's been saying for 2 years. I swear. He's like, from the first moment, you're going to be huge, dude. You're going to be huge.
Yeah,
And I was
you
like,
are.
I don't know about that, but thank you. I'm just a simple guy that runs a morning show. And he says,
No.
Maria, when are you getting your first album? Oh, tell us about the album.
Oh my gosh, PJ, you are
Then thank you,
so.
PJ.
He's such a sneaker. You are actually. I see that too. And I know where PJ's coming from. And regardless of time frame, he will be right. He has got that talent for that. So he is right about you. Um, tell us about that. I think he's talking about the fact that I was a singer too.
Nice.
I did a recording once some time ago. Went to Nashville and did a recording and was on TV. I did a video, and out of 100, I was number 2 for a month, that whole month. So, because they only aired it for a month, so it was kind of nice. Out of 100 people, I was number 2, but I got to rub elbows with some pretty awesome people, and for some reason, I kept turning them down. I had the keyboardist from Earth, Wind, and Fire say, "You got to record with me." I had the Oak Ridge Boys. I had all these people come saying, "You need to
Nice.
record," and I'm just like, "Oh, but I'm not ready." Now I could just kick myself.
Isn't that the way it always works?
Yes, yes, I have
I
that
I
opportunities.
I know I wanted to do this for a long time. And this YouTuber that I was supporting was like, go forth, my boy, and go stream. And it kind of kicked me in the butt. Basically, he was like, you know what, Loki, put your money where your mouth is and go make videos. And I was like, okay. And I went and made videos. And then it was a couple months after that I did my first live stream. And I was nervous. I was so nervous. I was sweating. I was like, oh my God, I'm sweating. And my computer was giving me problems. And I finally got on there and I gave him a hard time because he brought me in after somebody else. And the guy who went before me was like, "Hey, what's up, Fandom Menace? Let me break it down." And it was like, "Oh my God, I'm not ready. I thought I was ready. I've got my like list of puns and jokes, and I'm not ready." So I just threw that out, and I started just kind of like, I'll just wing it. And believe it or not, most of the best morning shows we've had here in the morning have been me winging it, or me and Mike winging it, or me and the guest winging it. They'll come on, I'm like, what are we going to talk about today? Oh, we're just going to talk about this and this. Whoa, usually I have time to prepare. I'm like, no, fuck that. Let's roll. and it some people have liked it. Some people are like, we must have bullet points and we must have, and I'm like, no, we just roll. We jump in head first and roll.
You're right. And don't you find that even if you did have bullet points, it never goes that way? I have tried. I have tried so many times because I have some great guests that come on. I mean, like great guests, and I have all these bullet points, and I'm like, why do I even bother? Because it never goes that direction, and those end up being the best shows. And the thing I love the most is being told, "Oh my God, I had so much fun being on your show. It was so relaxing. We had a blast." And I'm excited for the other guests I'm gonna have. Dega's gonna be on my show.
Oh my God! Let's take 5. We're running out of time, but let's take 5 minutes to talk about a Dega Outlaw.
Love him.
Former doctor, current writer, current author, the doctor of disaster and destruction. Absolutely, positively wonderful human being.
He is.
Adega is so wonderful, and his
no. He's like, stop it.
Last year, right around now, I was hanging out with Adega. Right around now, 1 year ago, I was hanging out with Adega. Me and Adega got to hang out. We got together, got to hang out. There's a picture. there is a picture of me in like a wooden Loki mask, like the mask from the movie The Mask.
Oh, well.
That wooden Loki mask. And we're hanging out at dinner, and we're having dinner. And Adega took me out to this place and was like, get anything on the menu you want. Anything on the menu you want. And it was one of those like restaurants where they don't have any of the prices, you know?
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's
That
like
means
I'm
I
looking.
can't afford it.
Yeah, that means I can't afford none of this. And Adega's like, get whatever you want. It's my treat for your birthday. And I'm like, I want the buffalo burger with extra cheese. I want the buffalo burger with extra cheese and bacon. And he's looking at me like, you ordered the hamburger. You're at a 5-star restaurant.
Because it's a 5-star hamburger.
It's a 5-star hamburger. That's right. So I got to hang out with this cool guy, and who's a brother to me. I got to hang out, and we hung out for a couple of days and BS'd and drove around, and it was
awesome.
It was great. I just did a video of the Labapore here where I broadcast from. And if you guys notice, when I go by the table, the little table with the lightsaber, there's a jawbone knife there. And that's what Adega gave me for my birthday. It's one of the coolest things anybody's ever given me. And it's sitting right here, right next to me. I can see it from where I'm sitting.
Oh my God.
So it's right next to my bronze statue of Odin.
That's awesome. I almost got misty-eyed on that. That's beautiful. Come on. He is awesome. And I'm excited I saw that he had that out, and I'm like, he's got to be on my show so we can talk about it. Because, I've been trying to write my book for like, I don't know how many years now. So when you complete one, let's celebrate it. So yeah, he's going to be on there, and excited to have that. And it was so nice. It's like asking somebody out on a date and you're waiting for them to say, no, I'm busy that night. So I'm like, Adega, do you want to be on my show? He's like, sure. Like,
sure, I do. Yeah, I do that.
So, and then I'm gonna have like, I just realized I have all these awesome friends that just happen to be famous, and I didn't even realize it after a while. I was like, oh my God, that's right, they are famous. So I have this really awesome friend also. We've been friends for so long. He's so sweet. I love him to death. He's going to be on my show, and everybody knows him as Jesse on Nightmare on Elm Street 2. So Mark is going to be on my show. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, somehow and I think they, because I'm like, how do I have all these like people that are famous that like me? Who am I? But I think it's because, as Arwen was so sweetly said, I'm easy to talk with, I guess. I make them feel comfortable. I don't get all like crazy on them and stuff. So I just like talking to people and bringing out what's in their heart.
So do I. That's why I love doing this Wednesday show with people. Yeah. That's why I love doing the Wednesday show. Because I like talking to people, and I like interviewing. I like finding out why are you here? What brought you here? What got you here? Because I know I've got a story I think is at least kind of interesting.
You do.
So I want to hear what other people have to say. And speaking of that, Mexican Iron Man with $10 super chat says, I'm ever so thankful that certain YouTuber, it was Doomcock, everybody, encouraged you to go forth. So then the start of some magical moments in the morning. Love how Loki never let us script anything. Hail Valhalla. Hail to you, sir. Thank you, Mexican Iron Man.
Yes, he's awesome too.
Yes, that certain YouTuber was Doomcock. He said, go forth, Loki, and make good content. And I will always be grateful to him for that. Because he did kind of give me the kick in the pants I needed. Because I kept saying, oh, I want to do this. And oh, I'm going to do this. And oh, eventually I'll get around to it. And he kind of, told me to put my money where my mouth is and do what I loved. And I have been. It's been nice.
Yeah, it is. It has, and I appreciate all of the advice everybody's given me, even Polly. He's like, you want to get more subscribers and you need to do this, 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 and this. And PJ does the same thing. He's like, you got to do this, this, and this. And when I started doing that, it started helping.
Yep.
Not doing too bad considering I really technically only started 6 months ago.
Yep. I'm the worst student because Mike, Mexican Iron Man's always telling me, Loki, if you want to grow a channel, you got to do this. And I'm like, I am happy doing what I am doing. And he's like, no, Loki, listen to me. And I'm like, I am happy doing what I'm doing and doing it the way I'm doing it. And I know he has bashed his head against the wall or his keyboard or whatever
I'll be like,
because Loki is so stubborn. And I have listened because I'm doing shorts. He's encouraged me to do shorts and he's encouraged me to do videos. And
same
the
here.
Boromir video is coming, believe it or not. The Boromir video
Nice.
is coming. It's just running a little late.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta give some love to Lady Miss. She's so awesome about coming to my shows.
Is
just much love to you.
So I'm going to tell you about Lady Mist. Do you know that Lady Mist is the guardian of the void? Lady Mist.
Oh, did not know.
She is our guardian of the void in Valhalla, and this is why. I was on somebody else's channel. I can't remember who, and I was a wrench there. And Lady Mist had just sent in this wonderful super chat. I think it was like a $10 super chat, talking about how wonderful and accepted she felt on that channel and how welcoming it was. And then she made another comment below that. For whatever reason, YouTube blocked it. It blocked the comment. So I went to approve the comment on my phone. And it timed her out for 300 seconds from the channel.
What? Oh my god!
And sent her into the void. And the person that ran that channel was like, "What the F, dude? She just sent a super chat. Why is she?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm on my phone." I felt so ashamed. And then it became this big joke, like, "Ooh, that was a lot of thunder." Then it became this big joke. Lady Mist is, it's stuck in the void. She's stuck in the dark void on YouTube because of Loki. And she became our guardian of the void.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the Deg Outlaw Loki was the villain. Yes. Another Loki was the villain moment. Is there anything you want to tell everybody before we hop off here? It is almost 3 past the hour. Is there anything you want to say? Anyone you want to shout out? Anything you want to tell the viewers about what's coming up on your show? Anything you want to share with the fellowship about a project you're working on? Anything? Floor is yours. Go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this coming weekend, I actually have a special guest from another channel who's doing his own little thing, and I'm going to highlight that. I don't remember what day Adega settled on for sure, but we'll get that. So he'll, look forward to have that. Again, Mark Patton, and I have just so many things coming up. So excited. So, and I'll be a guest on, like I said, and I'll be a guest on Salacious as well, coming up in December, Polly's in November. But I want to thank everybody for all the support and love, for even just coming and clicking like on my video, leaving a quick comment. It still means a lot. I sit there and I watch and I see that happening. I'm like, woo! So thank you, everybody, for that. And I will be there for you as well. I do support others, and I super chat money and subscribe to your stuff. So I'm there for you too.
And thank you. Some people get into this. People get into this for all sorts of different kind of reasons. But being there, being active in chat, talking with everybody, being a part of the community, that is worth more than anything. Yes. I would take a person there every day, talking, sharing, hanging out, talking with me, talking with the rest of the people in chat, I would take that over $100 super chat any day of the week.
Yeah, I hear you. It does. That's what means a lot is the bonding.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
thank you so much for
And
having me here. It's an
thank
honor.
you. Thank you for being here. And Dare the Dog, you were such a sweetheart, Maria. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Jitsi, all this mushy stuff is making me go puppy-eyed. Thank you, Jitsi.
Oh, yes, he's the creator of my Mistress Vampira and my Tea Telly. I just love his work.
So, guys, Purple Valkyrie is coming up later today in less than an hour. She will be live on her channel. I'm going to be working on the Boromir video today, along with a couple of other things. Now that I needed a day. I needed a day yesterday. I did 2 shows yesterday, and I normally don't do 2, but I needed a day. I needed yesterday. And thanks, Dave G. Sound. He's like, removes $100 super chat. I needed that little break yesterday after running our butts off all weekend, but I'm back at it today. I'm hoping I have the Boromir video. It all depends on how picky I get. Cause guys, I let the Gandalf video out and I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone over it again. But I get that way. I'm like, it has to be perfect. I want it to be perfect for y'all.
Oh my gosh, I'm the same way too.
And Mark's talking about banana hammocks. No. Purple's playing some Red Dead. Mark's talking about banana hammocks. Sir Perslov was done to simply do a Boromir video. No, you don't. It's got to be perfect. So Shane Nolan, have a great one. Lady Miss, thank you for being here. Lady Miss, Purple, yeah, Loki's a perfectionist. Yeah, this has got to be perfect.
Yeah.
Purple Valkyrie
and thank
rides.
you to those in the thanks to those in the chat too, by the way, that I didn't get a chance to respond to, that were giving compliments and saying hi that I missed. Thank you.
And good morning, Go 13. Sorry you're getting here so late, brother. I'm sorry you've had a tough morning. Everyone, take care. Have a great one. Be excellent to each other. And always speak friend to enter. Take care, everybody. Have a great Wednesday.
Ciao.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.